2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, individuals. It is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we have the Houston Rockets going up against the Denver Nuggets.
For the Nuggets, now these are the games that challenge you. They'll have their work cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win. And Nuggets coach Mike Malone re-upped with Denver last season. We should be seeing him behind the bench the next few years. Done a great job.
Well, to me, that's a no-brainer. You know, he got the Nuggets, one of the up-and-coming teams in the West.
Yeah, Malone's done a great job of cultivating their young talent. The team's heading in the right direction right now, so I can't wait to see the rest of their development.
And thanks for joining us, folks. Can't thank you enough. Let's go courtside with Kevin Harlan.
Kevin!
Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get down to business with this road battle looming. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defense.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Brenner matchup tonight, indicative of a growing trend. Last season was the 8th straight that teams took more three-pointers than the year before.
Well, Kevin, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics.
Right.
So more and more teams adopting this, pace and space mentality. The interesting thing on the back end of it, Kevin, though, is over the next 3 years, how are teams equipping their rosters with players who are capable of doing this? We're seeing more and more bigs be able to shoot threes. That's where the game's going.
Excellent point. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter at the 3 slot. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Hartenstein is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Tucker. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Down low, Millsap, and he makes good on the layup. Millsap's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Nuggets.
The contact's certainly there, but Millsap just too big and too strong on those type of plays.
Porter against Covington. Now, here's Tucker. He's guarded closely. Back to Covington. Over Porter. Covington's shot is off. Here's Denver now. From the wing. Porter, no luck. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the Thunder. Covington's shot is off.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Harris outside. Got a piece of it. Right side, Millsap. Rockets with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. And there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Harris against Harden. Harris dishes to Murray. Back to Harris. Goes up on the wing. Rebounded by Covington.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Harden, no good.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Out to Harris. Pass to Jokic. He's off on that one, and the Rockets take it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
Well, a familiar sight. Westbrook gets his way back to the free throw line. I mean, the way he attacks his opponent, they're going to be forced to foul him time and time again.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And a great time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they were billed as a team to watch. And they've had some great wins this year, and they have a real chance to continue moving up that list.
Covington wide open, he fires, misses the 3. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Timberwolves. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
They're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Hartenstein. Millsap covering. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the game.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now Murray, an 11-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. To the middle. And that one's good. Millsap.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
Now, here is Harden. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Oklahoma City.
As passing another high point in that game, he made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Murray, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. When these players get to the free throw line, it's nearly automatic. The 2K leaderboards show us this month's free throw shooting percentage leaders. James Harden, number 1.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Now here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 25-point game against Oklahoma City.
I felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Harris. Westbrook pulls it in.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Tucker, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first. We're just halfway through the season, Brent. Talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
Here is Harden following the basket by Paul Millsap. And the pass to Tucker. Inside, Porter with the steal. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And some good anticipation there. Murray quickly out, leaking in transition and filling the lane.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Westbrook's got 5.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
And here are the Nuggets now. It's a 3-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Pass to Hartenstein. Millsap with the steal. Murray kicks to Jokic. Pass to Harris. Back to Jokic. 5 on the clock. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Harden outside. Back to Westbrook. Shoots the 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. Westbrook's got 8.
Well, Westbrook does everything with tremendous confidence. Even though the numbers aren't there, he pulls up from 3 and knocks it down.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Now here's Murray. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Outside, Porter. Passes it to Harris. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Murray. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. That's tipped. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Russell Westbrook.
Got to be aggressive in this league when you're close to the basket. This time it was Gary Harris, full throttle.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
First free throw is good. Brent, not many can deny that Gary Harris is an absolute pest on the defensive end.
Yeah, pretty relentless on that end of the floor. Defensively, he's rugged and tough, and he can cover a lot of ground with that lateral quickness.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Denver also making some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Martin comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, a favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. No good on that one.
Well, Cephalosha has really carved out a nice role for himself in the NBA. A very important role player, definitely known for his lockdown defense.
Grant, he's checked in for Gary Harris. He doesn't get the second one. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
Here's Rivers after the Nuggets pick up 2. Here's Green. Drops in the short one.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Morris against Rivers. Right side, Green. Carroll finds Rivers. Here's Green. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. No good from Grant.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
They get it again, and that one's good. Green.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Morris against Rivers. With the teardrop. Morris, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. his success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
And Gordon, no good on that one. The Nuggets trail by 4. Morris with the bucket. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Westbrook.
And guys, in the past 10 games, he's stepped up his role in the offense in a big way. His usage rate has increased. He's finishing off a lot of possessions, and that's just how this team wants it.
Now here's Rivers, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gordon, the pass to Cephalosha. Green against Jokic. Green in the post. That one doesn't go.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Ball's knocked loose. Barton kicks to Grant. Morris passes to Jokic. Doesn't go for him.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Snatched up. Here's Cephalosha. Some solid defense from Grant.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Well, when he gets into the paint, Kevin, he starts to get hungry. He goes right through the defense. He's a straight line guy.
Morris against Rivers. The pass to Cephalosha. Outside Gordon. Fires for 3. Connects from three-point range. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here is Morris. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Now, here is Morris. Over Rivers. Rebound by Jeff Green. Rockets leading by 3. And it's sent back by Morris. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. You look at the Rockets. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on. And, of course, the Nuggets a couple spots below.
And, you know, for the Nuggets, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Austin Rivers. Plumlee, the pass to Grant. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Rivers. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now a 5-point Rocket lead. Morris looking over the floor. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Monte Morris is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Grant. And it's Vonleh in at the four-man position. Now, here's Vonleh. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move, off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
And Morris drops them both. Here's Rivers. Pass to Carroll. Back to Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee, hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up. Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Now here's Gordon. 5 points in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Rockets 4th.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Eric Gordon. James Harden, he's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Barton, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Barton's got his first basket of the night.
Well, the defense opens up just for a quick second, and that's where Barton takes advantage. He jets into that gap and right towards the hoop.
Jeff Green on the wing. Rivers in the corner. And Damari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Houston. Russell Westbrook comes in for Austin Rivers. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. Michael Porter comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Murray's subbed in for Barton. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Murray kicks to Millsap. Carroll against Porter. Morris outside to the wing on the left. Here's Millsap. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Westbrook. Green with the ball. They get the rebound. Westbrook passes to Hartenstein. And stolen by Vonleh. Morris against Westbrook. Pass to Vonleh. The dish now to Porter. Morris outside. He kicks it to Vonleh. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. And that one's good. Millsap. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Over Vonleh. Another miss by Houston. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. It'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Now, here's Porter. A 17-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
The Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Morris kicks to Murray. Teardrop shot. He lays it in. Murray's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Outside Westbrook. It's Harden with the drive. A beautiful reverse layup. Harden's got the game tied up here for Houston.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Morris. 6 points for him. On the wing, Porter knocks down the 3 ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Outside Westbrook. Here's Harden on the wing. A 3 ball. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And it's 9 points for James Harden.
I like to see this from Westbrook when he focuses on hitting his guys. It can make the entire team better.
Murray surveying the D. The shot, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Kicks it to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porter outside. Another 3 for Denver.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Rockets trail by 3. And the pass to Carroll. Westbrook against Morris. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Denver's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Morris. Dishes it to Vonleh. It's stolen by Carroll. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. And Robert Covington subbed in for Damari Carroll. Westbrook with it. 10 points for him. Feeds it to Tucker. Goes up from the top of the key. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And now a 3-point Rocket lead. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Here's Millsap. That shot misses. And it's Houston the other way. Covington into the lane. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Porter.
Yeah, easy call.
The Rockets have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray dishes to Harris. Outside Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
The Rockets have been shooting 50% at the line, 5 of 10.
What's up?
Denver calls timeout.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Take a look at Murray. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And it's Jokic missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Poked away. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Nuggets. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Ball's knocked loose. Murray with it. Westbrook picks him up. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got 7 points.
Important to have shooters on the floor that can spread you out. Gary Harris likes to nail the deep 3, and he does there.
And Tucker kicks to Covington. Another miss by Houston. The Nuggets trail by 4. And a wide open look for Porter. From outside, off the mark. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Harden the pass to Tucker. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Left side, Harris. just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And, Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, James Harden.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. The Nuggets also changing it up. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap, and Barton subbed in for Porter. He's off on the second.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Harris passes to Jokic. Over Harden, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Harris. And it's 6 points for Jokic.
Well, Jokic being assertive now in the mid-range and has the touch to bury that kind of shot.
You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Harris outside. Pass to Plumlee. Denver passing it around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Harden, the last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 23 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
To the inside. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. So for the Rockets, Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Hartenstein, and it's Gordon in for James Harden. And Denver also making a switch. Grant's checked in. And so here is Houston, leading by 5. Covington's shot is off. 1:19 left to play in the first half. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside, Covington. Takes a 3. Harden with the rebound.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Pass to Jokic. Doesn't go that time. And the Rockets take it the other way.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You got to love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets, trailing by 5. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's rebounded by Houston. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Jumps up, and Barton is going to throw it down hard.
Well, Barton likes to get fancy out there, and he gets to the rim that time in a great throwdown.
Rivers kicks to Gordon. From outside the arc, James Harden getting it done for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half, James. I'm sure that ball security will be a focus in the second half.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on forced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 12 points, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's Murray. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Hartenstein is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Tucker in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And he gets the bucket. Porter's got the first bucket of the third here for the Nuggets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Covington. Back to Westbrook. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Murray, the pass to Harris. Back to Murray. For the lead. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Houston in the lead. Passes it to Tucker. In the corner, it's Westbrook. A three-pointer off the mark. Denver shooting in this game 45%. There's Porter with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now Westbrook. And no good that time. Murray with the defensive effort.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Harden outside. Back to Westbrook. The tray. And it's Westbrook again missing.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Wow, hammering it in!
Well, clock winding down, none better than Harden at getting buckets in a hurry.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside, Porter. Harris outside. And Denver again with the bucket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Harden outside. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Westbrook against Murray. And Jokic wide open. He shoots, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Harden has a wide open look, and it's Houston with another.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Murray against Westbrook. Murray outside. Rocket 6. Harris kicks to Porter. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Westbrook throws it down.
Man, we all saw that right there. Is he part feline? Cat-like quickness and elevation from Westbrook.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray outside. Out left to the wing. Back to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Westbrook against Harris. Pulls it up. He kicks it to Murray. Here's Jokic. The shot, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Denver. Monley's checked in for Jokic. Will Barton comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. The Nuggets trail by 4. Harris looking it over. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Outside Millsap. That's tipped. There's the double team with Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 17, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Harris inside, guarded by Harden. Harris misses. Rockets leading by 4. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in, and a switcher also for Denver. Grant's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Barton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Brent, on both ends of the floor, Will Barton is an effective spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he can fire you up out there, Kevin. He can do some things, obviously, defensively to get the team going and igniting the fast break. And then offensively, I know Mike Malone might not agree with all of the choices from Will Barton, but when he gets it going, it's an extra spark for this Nuggets squad.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Houston leading by 3. Right side, Westbrook kicks it to Rivers. Here's the 3. The shot comes out. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Grant, and he banks in the layup. Grant's got 6 points.
Grant's always looking for those seams, so when he finds one, he'll rip right into it, like his aggressiveness there.
To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. For the lead, and it's Barton that time on the assist by Morris. Barton's got his 3rd basket of the night. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Green dishes to Gordon. Another miss by Houston.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Inside. Shoots it up, and Carroll gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong inside.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. The pass to Vonleh. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Gordon, the pass to Westbrook. Back to Gordon. Rivers against Barton. 6 to shoot. Green breaking loose. Barton with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Westbrook drives in, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
Look, I know some guys are going to dunk, but when it's Westbrook, man, he fires up his teammates.
Now here's Barton. He's got 7. And the wide open shot from Morris. He drains the quick shot. Morris has got 8 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Left side, Gordon. That 3 off the mark. Denver in the lead. Morris inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And for Houston, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Rivers finds Westbrook. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
Here's Barton, and it's blocked by Gordon. But he recovers it. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Rockets making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in. Plumlee is checked in for Denver. Martin from outside. The shot that time not on target. The Rockets go the other way with it. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rivers kicks to Westbrook. The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Don't say this much about guards, but big boy strength there as Westbrook does not give in to the aggressive defense.
The Nuggets shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Barton drives in, and that one good. Barton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. Here's Westbrook. 16 points for him. Over to the wing. Lays it up off the glass. Westbrook's got 18 points.
Now, that's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. It doesn't allow his focus to be shaken, even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Denver shooting 43% for the game. Here's Morris. Grant, right side. Wide open look. Jump shot is good. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Outside Westbrook. Cephalosha with it. Vonleh on him. From 8. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Cephalosha.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And here is Morris. 10 points for him. Barton outside. And the 3 off target.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. And then for Denver, Jokic comes in for Noah Vonleh, and Porter subbed in for Grant. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Gordon against Barton. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Porter. Offensive rebound. Jokic. That's a 2 from Cephalosha. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Rockets on top, up 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
We got to move the ball. We got to spread the floor. The only way we get it. If you go in, don't take a hard shot. Go around. Pass somebody else.
Ball movement, a crucial part of the game, Greg. Spot-on assessment by Coach D'Antoni.
I mean, no reason to take difficult low percentage shots. Let's just move the basketball, and eventually something will open up.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Plumlee out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Porter in at the 3.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And it's been a tough game for him offensively. Rockets leading by 3. Covington with it. Outside Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Well, Eric Gordon is always a threat as a 2-guard to score. However, the defense gets a little too physical with him there, which is why he gets to the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for Denver. Harris comes in for Will Barton, and it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. He hits both from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Murray against Rivers. Yep, it counts. And that's 12 points for Jokic.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Covington. Now Tucker, guarded by Porter. Clock at 4. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead. It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Jokic passes to Murray. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one, and the layup falls.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Rivers passes to Cephalosha. Hangs, and it's finished off inside by Rivers. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Gordon against Harris. Gordon with the defensive effort. And here's Cephalosha. He brings it up for the Rockets. Pass to Rivers. Gordon against Harris. Now here is Cephalosha. Defense right on him. Misses the baby hook.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Harris dishes to Porter. Now Plumlee. And Murray now top of the key. The kick out to Porter. Lets it go with a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists now in the game.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Now a timeout called by Houston. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Houston. James Harden comes in for Eric Gordon. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Rivers kicks to Harden. Here's Hartenstein. Takes it out to Covington. Another miss by Houston.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Harris against Harden. Rivers gets a wide open look. Houston now working with the new shot clock. Tucker. Great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 2.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Harris passes to Jokic. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Rivers passes to Covington. Fires from deep. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Harris kicks to Murray. Now here's Plumlee. Back to Murray. Lets it go from deep. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, if Murray can do that and become a threat from the three-point line, look out.
And here's Rivers to the inside. Here's Harden. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. Denver's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Jokic, but he gets it back. They shoot again. Millsap misses.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Covington. Some solid defense from Harris. Denver in the lead. Porter in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 8 now on the night.
How about these big shots for him in the 4th? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Fires from 14. The putback. Offensive rebound. Here's Harden. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets leading by 3. Harris with it. Now Covington defending. And Millsap slams it in.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
To the wing right side. Tucker finds Covington to stop the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Porter.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
No good on the free throw.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Austin Rivers. And he sinks the second.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break. Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Covington up and in on the layup.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Murray with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
Now Westbrook to the middle. Here's Harden. And it's Denver with the rebound. Millsap's on the wing. Porter. This one for three. The offensive rebound. Off with the layup. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Westbrook. And the shot goes in. Westbrook's got 20 points.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those nights. Right now, Westbrook, relentless.
Denver's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Millsap in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 16 points for Millsap.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Outside Westbrook. Those three-pointers off the mark. Denver leading by 4. Murray with it. Now Covington defending. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and he uses the glass on the layup.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Here's Westbrook. Here's Harden on the wing. Jacks up a three. Denver grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Murray. Denver passing it around. Millsap left side. 5 to shoot. For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Covington dishes to Harden. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. 4-point game. Now here's Jokic, guarded by Tucker. And too long on the shot.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
The pass to Hartenstein. Harden outside, shoots. Again, the miss by Harden. The Nuggets leading by 4. Harris finds Murray. Back to Harris. Pass to Millsap. Jokic with it. Here is Porter. Guarded by Tucker. Murray for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Murray right now just on a roll, scoring at will on the offensive end.
And it's Westbrook missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Harris kicks to Jokic. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. And now it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Knocks it loose. Harris, bounce pass. Shot from 12. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Well, there's been a lot of attention around the league about how good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
Outside Covington. Here's Hartenstein. Millsap covering. And that one is good from Hartenstein. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Millsap passes to Morris. Now, here's Jokic. So the Nuggets win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.